Good afternoon, thank you for watching Rundlii Gaming. We're doing another video in Hearthstone Battlegrounds. Alright, so we have a few options here. That's where I'll make your rightmost. Golden. Is your hand and board +1/+1. Yeah. That's right, I'll give a friendly, Wind Fury, Divine Shield, and Taunt. Well, that can be pretty good too. I mean, he's already pretty strong. But and to be fair, we didn't really have any particularly great choices in that matter. Ooh, this is rough. I mean, do we possibly go demons? Or at least like an early game demons, maybe. I very well might regret this almost immediately, but I mean, a really early Wrathweaver could very much do some damage. Or it's completely messes up my entire game. One of those two are true. Am I on the 4-2? Ah, why? Plus, I had his board state were solid for at least a couple rounds. Hopefully, the next refresh we get at least one more demon. Then we can still Tavern tier it. At least something that gives us a benefit. But like another demon would give us +4/+4, which a 10/14 this early is pretty nice. Like that guy had a pretty nice buff on him already and still got one shot. I mean, yeah, I mean technically we're just using him for the 4/4 anyway, so it doesn't matter what he eats, I guess. So yeah, that's it. We do have to get to tier 3 just so we stop taking quite as much damage, but the damage we are taking right now should make us pretty much win and not take actual combat damage. So, because I don't even think, I mean, unless her gold version makes him permanently golden, like that might actually make this thing not terrible. But like, is there even many things that? It's hard to like. I don't know. It's pretty bad. Um, yeah. I mean, I think really at this point, we could probably just keep promoting our tavern until we no longer are able to. Like next time we can jump up again. I think we have the board state just to make that happen. Because I mean, like an immediate golden of Wrathweaver and then a bunch of triggers on it. I mean, it'll get you there for sure. Like he's more just a filler, but I think like early Like, Murlocs can do okay, but not a lot of things are going to have a ton of damage at this point. Yeah, so I mean, still tied. They're a tavern tier below us, which means they had a little more time to actually work on their board states. I mean, we don't really get much off of this right now anyway. Or do we just improve board state? Yeah, we'll just let this 0. Or do we just trade this for the 4-1? Yeah, I think in the long term it might be better to sell this and pick up that. Because at least early on in my games of Hearthstone, whenever you golden something, it usually just doubles the effect. But I know as of recent they made a few changes where it might actually improve certain things permanently. So, for example, I want to say the Nago is the first one I've seen when you hit it with a spell that gains poison until your next turn. And then I think the gold version makes it permanently poison. So, like, that's the first example I know of where that was the case. Okay, so we lost that one. That's okay. We can't go tavern tier, so we are going to work on board state. I mean, this at least gives us something. Plus 4/4 as well. I mean, it's not good, but. And we take 2 points of damage, but like. We haven't taken much as far as combat goes anyway, so. Like, I think that 4 is the only damage we took. I think we started with 11 shield. Well, 11 plus whatever we did in damage, which would have been 4, so 15 shield. So we've taken 8 points of damage. Most of that was, self-inflicted. But if nothing else, these do at least allow us to get a little more board state, which is good. Because truth be told, they're really not that bad. I mean, it's a 4-1. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah, I forgot she does have to get knocked out in order to use her effect. Alright, so that is the thing we definitely needed. As much as I would like to have went up Tavern tier, that was definitely a priority. Guess we might sell 2. Yeah, I think for board state, that's probably the best case for us. So that'll be the other thing. We do want to see what the gold version of this does. I hope it's just not straight stats, because that would just be absolutely terrible. But if they did actually make some of these buddies more beneficial in that front, where it might be a permanent effect rather than more things golden. Because if they just did straight stat bonus, then yeah, this is a pretty underwhelming person at that point. I know in some circumstances it would be okay, especially if it's like it triggers certain effects in the game, in the combat ones. It's fun. Like some of the undead, for example, are a good example of that. Because at least if this is golden, every time we spawn a new demon, for example, he does get +2/+2 instead of +1/+1. Yeah, I think this makes us immune. Yeah, because we can't take damage. So that ends up just being a free one. I think we want a tavern tier. I think would be the play. I know we could get the her upgraded, but I think, in all honesty, we should just keep winning matches for a little bit longer. Then I think that would just happen pretty naturally. Because if we win this, then that goes down to 4, which does make it a lot more cheaper as well. So we did get hit by the bird. So the bird might be the strongest right now. Because this is kind of when things start moving up the tier list here. Or the ranks. Same with Devour. Devour is such a fun ability. It can sometimes be a little bit weak. Unfortunately, Band Manager's not doing well in this game. He's also a fun hero, so if you guys come across him, I certainly recommend playing with. He's a pure chaos, because you could do all sorts of cool stuff with him, but sometimes he fizzles and does nothing for you. So yeah, it's kind of like playing like a Finley or the bear thing, the panda, where you never really know what's going to happen. It just sort of happens, and hope for the best, sort of thing. Alright, knock the eagle down a little bit. So none of that helps. I think what we might do here is just golden. Make your 2 rightmost minions golden. It's such trash. Why do they do that? Yeah, I think we have to go famished. Because that's the one thing that's going to make us actually scale. Yeah. I hate that one so much. Yeah, and sadly we just don't get anything good here. was hoping there'd be something we could buy up here and then sell it and then get Legion after. Yeah, so officially, Reno's Jackson's companion on here is terrible. I'll just have to sell it for space, to be honest. Because I can't think of too many places where this would go on the demon side and still be fine. Like, I mean, there's just not a particularly good spot for it. Actually, let's go and sell this now. Mm-hmm. So, a couple different directions we can go with this one is maybe getting like a Legion Overseer, Golden. I know in some cases you kind of don't necessarily want Wrathweaver because he'll start to lose ground. Unfortunately, he is really big at this point, so like he may just last us through the rest of it. Eventually, just kind of become sort of a middle tier to low tier minion on our board, but still good enough that he can keep. I mean, that said, Big Vernal's usually a pretty weak one too, unless you can find something that creates a bunch of tokens. And since we're not really doing a token build, because we may just do a raw stat build. Yeah, with Murlocs in the game too. Is anyone even running Murlocs? Yeah, there's actually no Murloc players. Yeah, Murlocs can basically run a bunch of poison stuff, which would absolutely destroy us too. So. Oh, poor. Yeah. Poor Triangle Man. He's gonna get run over, I think. Yeah, couldn't see that one coming. And that beast, that does not help very much. Yeah, that's not good for us either. So he'd be one of the next directions we want to pick up, because with that one, we now have additional triggers whenever we drop demons as well. So we might want to go ahead and toss this now. Grab Mind Muck. Who do we want to boost? I mean, he's still actually pretty weak for us right now. Yeah, so buy this one with health because it doesn't actually cost us health. Oh, we can buy another one because it costs us health, but it doesn't cost us health. Just because. Let's see if we can get another one. Because that'd be fun. Yeah. It's one of the circumstances. It might have been better to keep it, but I think stat-wise, hopefully we're okay either way. Well, his demon got as big as mine, so there's that. I mean, the thing is, I think we just have enough rest of our board state to be pretty much okay, though. Goodbye, friend. Alright, so that's yeah, we're just basically increasing board state at this point. Every demon we find, throw it in play, things trigger. I mean, he might not be bad for making one of those on top of 15/15. Alright, let's go and boost him further. Who's the least in stats? Probably this 4/3. No, that being said, it's my luck that because I mean, since we only have 5 demons, because he doesn't count as one and he doesn't count as one, that'll probably be the one that does not get eaten. Okay, looks like something ate it. Oh, come on. It looks like we didn't take damage of these. I mean, that said, I've had a lot of lag issues since the buddies came out on here, so that's been a little bit of a problem. Luckily, this game has not been as bad as it has been. Yeah, none of that helps at all. None of that helps at all. None of that helps at all. That does a little bit. Why is it so bad? Okay, so we do get 2 demons out of it. Because we can do this to buy that one. Then this one to use 1 more. And then refresh. Well, I guess we finally found the other Falbat, but he will get eaten by our board on here, so. Yeah, so far it's not looking too bad. We haven't taken damage pretty much since we dropped him. So, I mean, like, we're clearly running away with the game thus far. I mean, he could very well change this. I mean, the Devour ability just doesn't always hit the top 4 very easily. Or, I mean, it doesn't usually win very easily. I mean, it's a really fun ability. Like, it does pretty well. It's rarely a top 1 ability on there. It was still fairly close. So, like, they could very easily turn that around a bit. So this one doesn't help us much. We're just going to use that space to keep pushing more things through. Um, yeah. Let's kind of hope we can grab the other one from this, but we just didn't have the space to do it. We could have sold this and this, but kind of feels bad to do that. I mean, maybe at this point, he's not really worth the bonus anymore. I'm sorry to say. I mean, he's already grown so much in his own stats that, like, at this point in the game where the other two are pretty much going to eliminate each other this round, and the next round we'll probably eliminate the remainder. Because if I were to guess, Finley will probably win, but I'm pretty sure we can beat Finley. Okay, that's Band Manager. I was like, all the buddies. But yeah, this is a fun one to get, like, early on. Yeah, like, we so far outside of him, it's crazy. But yeah, if I were to guess, Finley will win this one. Oh. Man, he must have grew then. By a pretty good margin. Okay, so I look forward to this one. Alright, let's go ahead and do this one. Oh, I think it's Reborn. I guess we could do Reborn on that. Like, the only thing we could get benefit on is if Tab gives us, like, a ball of minions. It's, like, literally the only... I mean, he's at least worth 2 coins. You sell him, you get something else, but, like... Yeah, we probably want to improve our board state just a little. Well, at least this section up here. Well, yeah, I mean, it's grew a little bit. Well, so this should make things interesting. Because from that match, I don't believe either of us have like a clear-cut like advantage over the other. So, yeah, we'll grab this one. So I guess what we want to do is probably this, that, sell this, refresh. Because I mean, he's not really using anything to really like accelerate his growth on here. It's pretty much just going to be raw stats from Magmalock and just playing a whole bunch of things. Please don't eat the mind muck. Alright, not too bad. Yeah, so I think like his raw stats come from Little Rag. I mean, that's really the short version of it. And then just playing a lot of minions, and then those minions trigger Magmalock and Rag. So basically, we're just kind of competing with who can out-tempo the other. And I'm not entirely sure how that one's going to go. Oh, come on. Really? The fun part is actually being able to watch the combat. I don't know why it wants to keep disconnecting us every, like, 20 seconds. Well, at least it wasn't that bad this game, but some games, it's pretty bad. Alright, we'll see if we can hopefully get back in the same game. Yeah, I guess sadly, I guess when it did actually finally load, it said there'd be an open table in 1 minute. So, unfortunately, like, we get this excellent game and we get to kind of see, kind of just tie it for ties. I mean, we get to kind of see things build up, and then because Blizzard is kind of terrible. yeah, their servers don't work. Like, I think it would have been a fun game, you know, to kind of see where it leads up to, but. I think that was one of the most even match, and I don't think there's like an easy like this one thing will kind of turn the tide of it. Because sometimes like, if they're running like divine shield builds, you can grab the guy that throws like dynamite at everybody and destroys all the shields, and so there are some like clear cut. This is a good way to break the stalemate, but when you finally get one that's like, well, I don't know exactly where the stalemate goes. Blizzard sort of turns around and wrecks your game. Which is disappointing. So that said, I'm not entirely sure if this is going to go back, since it seems like the whole game kind of crashed on us and sort of booted us out. And as you can see, it just seems like it's stuck in limbo. And that's pretty much been my experience the last few days. I kind of wanted to make a few more videos with the buddies and stuff, but like this lag has been absolutely horrendous for me. And game crashes and everything just breaking pretty much nonstop. Like I've had 5 to 6 videos that I just had to cancel because midway through everything just breaks, everything does this. But luckily, most of the time it happened at an earlier part where it didn't probably matter as much. It's like, hey, you're down 2 minutes, not a big deal. But unfortunately, this is Blizzard right now. Well, otherwise, thank you all for watching Rundlii Gaming. If this does load in the next few minutes, we'll finish this video off. But if not, thank you for watching. You all have a wonderful day.